situations of drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, taking illegal drugs, and also engaging in destructive and self-destructive types of behavior like promiscuous sex.
It is hardly the rhetoric of the rock and roll I grew up with.
Hopefully, just continuing through talking about it, magazines, shirts, people get educated.
DJ and Guav, a couple of straight-edge movers and shakers here in Syracuse, one of several cities where the movement is thriving. They're printing up T-shirts to sell at tomorrow's big concert.
Do you make any money off this? I mean,
No. Not yet.
so that's really what it all comes down to for you, is just getting the message out.
Yeah, that's my motivation, you know, because I see the way things are going.
You and I can't understand the lyrics. These kids can. In fact, most here know all the words by heart. Just a cozy little sing-along, with, of course, the stage diving thrown in. In fact, there's DJ. Remember, he prints the T-shirts.
Why does it have to be so darn loud?
It's just the way.
Rock and roll, man. It's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Listen, we don't do drugs and stuff, but we still rock.
The thing is, like, it's quite a rock.
And though rock has always been associated with youthful rebellion, straight-edge kids believe theirs is the true rebellion when it comes to drugs, sex, and rock and roll. These guys figure 2 out of 3 is bad.
Rebellion can't be like, you know, messing yourself up and getting drunk. That's not rebellion. Like, that's what we're saying. It's like, that's the things that our parents did, and it's just like, it's not rebellious.
You can't accomplish anything. Things need to be changed now, and you cannot do that if you're at a party getting drunk. You can't do that if you can barely walk.
And so they party like this, energetic but sober, and wearing that X on the back of their hand that proclaims they are straight edge. Not necessarily the symbol of defiance it appears to be.
When it first started out, kids would go to the club, and if you were underage, you got an X on your hand. So it just became the symbol of kids who weren't drinking.
John McKeag is a sort of kindly uncle to the straight edge crowd, an art instructor at Syracuse University. McKeag books the concerts here, often putting the bands up in his own house. And during the event, he's also in charge of crowd control, to the degree it can be controlled.
When it started, it's a reaction against what's going on. You know, I talk to all the people that are involved in it here and all the kids that are involved in it, and all I hear from them is how pervasive drug use is. I mean, everyone's on something. But then they go to a show here, and they see a lot of kids who aren't into that and who are involved in things and are having fun and who are active and alert and living.
This next song is about straight edge and about how it doesn't matter if it's not cool to be straight edge.
Hey, you got an X on your hand, just like straight edge.
Yeah, I was making fun of straight edgers last night and drew an X on my hand.
And the fact is, a lot of young folks, so-called slackers, don't think straight edge is cool.
They're stupid. They're boring. What do they do? Jason. Sit around and play hockey?
We found these young folks cruising around Atlanta, the kind of kids straight edge would like to reach.
Goes out to everyone who has built themselves to last.
Straight edge is basically your starting point. It's like, it's freeing your mind from the poisons, and from that, you have a clear mind and you can think about things like why you shouldn't kill if you don't have to, why you shouldn't eat animals.
People are realizing we can't continue this way. A lot for the environmental reasons, a lot for the ethical reasons, and also for the health reasons. People are now finding out just how horrible meat and dairy is for you.
They try to share their message through something called zines. That's lingo for their underground homemade magazines. But lately, they've also gone high-tech with the internet. There are several straight-edge homepages.
Where did you go wrong to raise these 2 sons?
Who says we went wrong?
For Guav's mother, and DJ's too, children of the 60s, the stage diving and all might cause a little worry, but they see a bigger picture.
I see that this movement is the antithesis of the excesses of the 60s. We pretended we were so free and we got stoned, had, you know, all these sexual escapades, and look what the aftermath was.
I'm just glad he's not making the same mistakes I am. I mean, because I made a lot of them, you know.
I couldn't love my son any more than I do or be any prouder of him. because he's living his convictions.
Convictions that say pop culture is destructive to the environment and to animals. Many straight-edge kids are also committed vegetarians. And while the songs, for those who understand them, preach abstinence and self-control, the bands and the audiences seem to be anything but control.
How do you reconcile kind of the hard, aggressive sound of you know, hardcore, which is just in your face, out of control, with the message of self-control of straight edge?
Well, I think a hardcore show itself is kind of a controlled space. Like the kids are having fun and watching out for one another, and they're letting out these angry emotions and these aggressive tendencies.
Are y'all really that angry? I mean, that seems pretty angry.
Yeah, I guess sometimes I am. I mean, if I look around at things, the state of the natural world, or the oppression of women, or the oppression of people of races other than my own, it does make me quite angry to see that stuff.
Youthful idealism or just another fad? Well, maybe both, but these kids say they're straight edge for life.
It's been shown throughout history that one person can change the world, whether they were great people or whether they were horrible people. One person can change the world, and that's what we're doing, you know. There's thousands of us now all over the world. Started with one person's idea. We're not going to go away.
Hello. Wir sind New Kids on the Block.